Hello, what is up everybody? My name is Tyler Potts and welcome back to another video on 100 Days of Code. This is day 57 of 100 Days of Code and part 8 of our Instagram clone. In this part we are going to design and basically design this up, give it some style, make it look a bit prettier, add some icons in down here. Boom, hello. Get the style, not much to do here except from add a bit more styling, maybe some icons again, and style up this page here. So just before we start, you might notice that my audio quality has improved drastically, and that is because one of my patrons, Matthew, again thank you, has donated me a Blue Yeti microphone, an absolutely amazing piece of kit. It's obviously shows its worth probably just from this video, and again this is just the start of improving my equipment. I'm going to keep improving my equipment as we go along, and everybody who supports me and helps out as well will, just so you know, will be helping me purchase new gear and get stuff ready. That being said, thank you to everyone who has supported me so far and everyone who will support me in the future. Thank you so much, and let's continue on with this video. Thank you again, Matthew, for the generous donation. Okay guys, so first things first, we want to actually install, or not install, we want to get an icon font. We want to swap these up to icons because buttons just don't look cool, do they? So if we firstly go over to our public here in our Instagram client and go to index, underneath our title, I'm going to add in this link, and there's a link to the material icons pack from Google. And basically you can just copy this and paste it in, or you can go over to Google or material icons, just type in material icons in Google and it'll come up as the first one. Find the CDN link or download them and have them any way you want. I am choosing to use the the CDN approach because I believe it's a lot better, or the font approach should I say. So let's save that, and now this font is available for us to use inside of our app, or our app. So now let's close public. We don't need that now. We just want to get that font installed. So if we head over to our footer where our icons are hiding, to add a new icon we go and we will give this i.material icons, hit tab, and in here we give it the name of the icon we want to use, and in our case we want to use the home icon. If I hit save and we come over here, as you can see we get this icon. Obviously it's not styled very pretty, but we'll get to that in a minute when we have done all our icons. So the second one is the global. Again, we could just do that's an O, that's not an i.material icons, and in here, that did not give me what I wanted. Material icons, and in here I'm going to say search, and I'm just going to copy this because it'll be easier to paste it along. And in the post bit we're going to put camera because I like this icon, it looks really cool. In this one we're going to put announcement, and in the final one we're going to put account_box. Hit save, and actually all our icons have been added in with good even spacing between them because of what we set up previously. Let's head over to our assets, and inside of our assets we want to go to our overall page, maybe. Where will we want to put this? Maybe in our footer component. So in our footer component we want to add in the button style. So we want to go button here, and we're going to say, what are we going to do? We're basically going to set the appearance to be none because we don't want any of that like special appearance. We want to set the border to be none, outline none, and the background to also be none because we don't want any of that. If we hit save now, as you can see our icons now look a lot better, and if we click along them they still work. It's just like having the actual app. That is great. So we've got that bit done. So the fur icons are now in, which is great. Let's style up our header because this header isn't the best, if you know what I mean. It's all right, but it's not great. We could do better. So let's head over to the header the header component. So here's the header component. Let's get the header sass as well, so we can modify that too. So in the header component, we've got this h3, but we also want a button with the class of logout button, because we want to move our logout button because if we scroll to the bottom of this, actually it's at the bottom here, and we don't want it there. It's inaccessible. If we had like 1,000 posts, we'd never get to it, or it'll take us 1,000 scrolls to get to it, should I say. But we're gonna have it at click equal to $store.commit, and it's log out. If you remember the store, what do we call it, mutation we created, I believe it was a mutation. So if we go over to our store.js, as you can see here, we have this logout method, which we can access from anywhere inside of our Vue application using $store and doing a commit logout, which will cause us to log out. Again, we want to use an icon, so we're going to do i.material icons, and we're going to hit tab, and then we're going to say power off. Now, if we hit save, you can see it's down here. It's a cool icon, but it's not styled correctly. Let's go over to our header sass, and let's create a .logout. So under here, let's say .logout -button. Let's say background. We'll set this equal to none. The appearance is also going to be none. The border, again, none. Can you guess what the outline's going to be? You guessed it, it's going to be none. And the reason for this is because if you probably saw the icon, let me just remove this because I want to explain this code a little bit better. So as you can see here, we've got this icon. It's got a background on it for starters, which that's why we're adding background none. Then the appearance is to do with things such as the iPhone appearance, because iPhone, on an iPhone, it's going to try and style every button it finds to the default iPhone button, which actually has not really any styles to it. But we don't want that. We want to style it ourselves, so we want to set the appearance to none, so it doesn't get any custom OS operating system styling itself. So Android and that won't style it, iOS won't style it, stuff like that. Then we add in this border of none, because as you can see, there's this slight border around it. And then the outline of none. I can't really show you that without clicking the button, but if you click the button, it will add this outline, like when you focus on in an import, so it adds an outline, and we just want to set that to none to make sure it doesn't appear. So now if we save, as you can see, it's like that. But again, it's in the wrong place. It's underneath this. We want it floating over at the right here. So now to do that, we are going to go to the top of our header here, just underneath this, and we're going to say display grid. We're going to be using the grid method for this, just because I want to, I like throwing in different things, and I think this is the easiest thing to use for this. So we're going to say grid template columns. We're then going to say repeat, and we're going to say 3 1 fractions, which is just going to split up our header into 3 fractions. If we open up our inspector, I don't want you there, please pop out. Pow. If we open up our inspector, get this little selector tool, and if we highlight over our header, are you going to show me my, oh, I didn't hit save. I need to hit save on my Sass for it to actually work, and bam, there you go. You can see it split up into 3 even fractions along the header. They're not actually even because this insta-clone, the text actually pushes it too far out. And that's where the confusion's happening. That's why this is breaking here, but we're going to fix that. So let's head back into the title here. So in the title, underneath the font weight, we're going to add a grid. We're going to set where we want, basically we're going to set where we want the title to display. So we're going to say the grid column, and we'll say this is equal to, we want this to start in 2, so the middle column, and end at the end of the middle column at 3. So if we save this now, as you can see, it's been pushed over. Now let me get the inspector out again, and we'll show you why that's happened. So if I hover over this, not that, this, as you can see, we have these dots, and basically each line here, so each, as you can see, these lines, these dashed lines on the, like a border, on the right and left of each column we've created, these stand for lines, and that's what the grid column 2/3 does. So 2 stands, so this line here is 1, this line here is 2. So we're saying start at 2 and end at 3, which is here. Then this one over here will be 4. As you can see here, we're saying 2 and then ends at 3. And that's what this little piece of code here stands for. Now, in our logout button, we're going to do the same. But first things first, we want to add in a couple other things. We want to say margin 0, 15 pixels, 0, 0, and padding equal to 0, because buttons by default end up with loads of different padding. We're then going to say grid, not gird, grid column, and we're going to set this equal to 3/4. Hit save, and we are only going to notice it moves over a slight inch. It's still in the same block, but what we want to do is we want to, inside this logout button, we want to add something called justify self, and that's basically going to allow us to position this item wherever we want to. And we're going to say end, and this stands for the end of the block. And there you go, it's moved it over to the right side because that is the end of our application. Let's turn the inspector off there because that's really annoying. As you can see, now that is over there, and if we click this, it logs us out of our app. We can sign back in with our details. It's not test. Is it .com? I can't remember. Let's find out. Yes, it was .com. Good, I remembered. So there we go. So that is now styled up too. We now got icons in the header and footer, and they are functional. We now want to go into our post. Is it post or is it profile? I think it's our home.view here where we have our feed. And where you see this logout button, we want to remove this because it's no longer relevant, and also this logout method because we didn't need to do that in the first place, but we did it just so we could learn. There we go. We've now removed that, and it's now looking a bit better. While we're in this feed file, we might as well go and style the feed up, as it is probably the most important part of this application. Let's close the component styles, but let's open up the page and the feed.sass. Now, inside the feed.sass, I actually want to go into components and see where we have this post.sass. I'm actually going to delete this because I don't want it. I don't need it. So if we go back into our main.sass and we just remove that so we don't get this error on the right, and delete and save, and there you go. So that is now sorted. Let's close that main. Now, inside of feed.sass, we want to add the feed class so we can make sure it's scoped just the feed. We don't want to say .post, so for each post inside of feed, we're going to say the background color is going to be equal to pure white. We're then going to say border bottom of 1 pixel dashed BBB. So this is going to add a border at the bottom, as you can see, of 1 pixel dash, which I think looks nice, especially once we get more styling in there. Other than that, let's carry on going down. We're going to use the post user, which if we look in here, we've created the post, we've added some signs to that. Now we've got this header, which is the post user. And in here, we're going to display this as flex so we can move the text where we want. We're going to align items to center. So this is going to center it vertically. We don't want to say the height is equal to 30 pixels and the padding is equal to 15 pixels. I actually think that's incorrect, but let's have a look. I don't think we need a height if we have padding, right? Yeah, that's good enough. So that, we don't actually need that. I then want to add in a text transform, and we're going to set this equal to uppercase. We're going to set the font weight equal to 700 and the font size equal to 18 pixels. So we hit save. There we go. But now the names make a bit more distinct so we know which user is posting what pictures. There we go. There is all our pictures showing up nicely. That is not stretching all the way across. Very odd. Why is that? Oh, but some of my pictures stretching too far. Let's hit refresh and see what happens. Is that just saying what was broken? No, now I broke it even more. Great. Well, we'll fix that as we go along. So inside of post, we're going to add in a post picture. And we're going to set this equal to, actually I know what this is. This needs a border box or box sizing, sorry. So if I go here and go box sizing border box, hit save. Oh, sorry, we left post picture without any tags. Let's do that, hit save. And that is still broken. Why are you still broken? Tell me why. Hit save, refresh. No, okay. We'll fix that in a minute. Let's continue on with the post picture. Oh, it's because we deleted the styling for the images, if you remember. So we've got post picture. We also have a post image, which is the actual image. We want to set the width to 100%. Hit save. And there you go. Now they're hitting 100%, and the actual app is no longer stretching. So there we go. That is sorted. We don't actually need this box sizing after all. I was being silly. There we go. Nice and sorted. Under that, we have the post description, and we're going to add a padding of 15 pixels to this. So that is now pulled away. We're then going to go in and get the paragraph tags, and we're going to set the color of these to be a dark gray. We're going to set the font size to be 16 pixels, although that is normally default. I just want to make sure it is definitely that. And we're going to add the margin of 0. If we hit save, there we go. Now they've bring it a bit closer, but we don't actually want that. We just wanted to move it up a little. So let's add some spacing in timestamp. Timestamp is the actual time. We gave it the class of timestamp, if you remember. And that is right here. So we're now going to add a color to this of a really light gray, AAAA. We're then going to set the font size equal to 12 pixels and the margin top equal to 15 pixels. This is going to give it a bit of space and make it a little less obvious what that is, but the information is still there in case people want to know when and how, or I don't even know when it was posted. I don't know what else I was trying to say there, but there we go, when it was posted. So there we go. Liam posted the same picture twice. I accidentally posted the same picture twice, don't tell anyone. And obviously that's because he likes this wall, right? We got mine, which I say hello, and we've got me, where I'm sat there with my headphones on in the car, obviously doing stuff. That's great. We've got my hoodie, one of my other hoodies, a different hoodie. Hey, look, I've got 3 different hoodies. That hoodie, and that hoodie. I have many more, but I just, loads. And all the rest of my posts. So that's good. That's all great. But now, so this I think is nice and styled now, right? I think that's quite good. Let's head over to the actual camera app. And hello, what is everybody saying? This, I'd hope this doesn't destroy audio quality, but yes. Is the new mic, and it is absolutely amazing. It's also in satin red, which is great, or satin red. Okay, let's continue on. So we are working now. So what are we doing? We're in the camera. We need to set up this capture. This capture image is terrible. Let's close this, and this, and let's head into our post.view. So we've got the button. Where is the button? I can't see it. It's right there. I was just being blind. We got the button there, and we basically just want to style it up, right? So first thing first, let's get in the icon. So let's get this. Let's bring that down. Add an eye with the class of material icons. Hit tab and then put in the camera icon again. I like that, but I want to add in a class of icon LG, which stands for icon large, which we're going to add a style to later on. We could also add MD40A if I hit save. Of course, that doesn't work. It doesn't. I think you have to include the material library with this for this to also work, but we haven't got that installed. Let's just go icon large, and we'll style that up ourselves. But let's also style up the cancel and the or let's add an icon in for the cancel and the upload button. So I.material icons, and inside of here we're going to put in cancel because this is a nice icon itself. And again, for the upload, I haven't got a good one for this, but if you guys know a better icon, then feel free to add it in or tell me and I can add it in. Well, I don't know, probably never, but I mean, it's the thought that counts, right? Yep. Cloud upload, and let's hit save. So we have this take a photo icon. So let's take a photo. What we got a photo of? Just me. Okay. Pull a weird face. We got the description, and now we've got the 2 other what would you say, icons there. But let's give this some style. So let's head over to the post.sass. So in pages, do we not have a post.sass? We do not have a post.sass. So let's create this file. We're going to say post.sass. And again, let's go into main and include this file. So under pages, let's duplicate feed and let's say post.sass. Hit save and that should save. We now want to say post.post buttons, and we're going to set this position equal to absolute. No, not abs. Absolute. Left of 50%. Bottom of 65 pixels. And we want to say transform translate X. So this moves the item on its X axis. And we're going to say minus 50%. Let's hit save. And I think that's already done it. Did we have these buttons somewhere? I feel we have to style for the... Oh. It's down here. See, I knew we had this style already in. Let's copy this. Delete this. And let's go in here and sort that out in there. So let's put that in there. We also want to add this into post. Hide, show, and image can all be outside of the actual thing. Oh god, that was scary as hell. That my face just like popped up even though it showed a normal face. Let's add in the button and we're going to set the appearance to none because we don't want any appearance on it. Again, this is just sorting out border none, outline none, background none, just same stuff we've done with the other buttons. We're going to add a margin of 0 so there isn't any, a padding of 0, and then we're going to add a margin right of 50 pixels. But we're going to say and we're going to use a pseudo element of last of type, and we're going to say margin right, and we'll set this equal to 0 because we don't want the last one to have any padding. There we go. So that's split them up, and there we go. Now we want to go down here, probably a buff show, and we want to add in a icon large. We want to give it a font size of 48 pixels, a margin left of 50 wait, I don't need to do that. I don't know why I'm doing that. Oh, we just need a font size of 48. There we go. So that one is now large. Why is the other one not large? Did we accidentally do something wrong? We did. We forgot to add the icon large to the cancel button. There we go. So if we hit cancel, cancel still works. The button is now large and it looks really good. I like that. Maybe we can make it a bit bigger. I think it would benefit from being bigger, but then think on a phone that this screen isn't going to be that big. It's going to be, what about, oh god, we need to refresh the page because it's going to screw us up. It's going to be about this big, maybe smaller in the width, yeah, like that. It's going to be like that, and that's how we're going to see it. So again, think of it more like that as on a mobile app, on what's on your actual phone. Maybe we could make it, maybe it should be bigger. I think it should be, but it also makes sense not to be. And let's take a photo. And we got our two icons and they both still work. Let's style up this description here, which again is to do with the post. And we're going to add in a couple, where are we? So we've got to go into post. Under our button here, or maybe a buffer button here, we're going to say dot field, not field, field hyphen group. And we're going to add in we're going to say padding of 15 pixels and a box sizing of border box. Now let's hit save and let's go add that in because we don't actually have a down here with our two things, we don't actually have a wrapper, and the wrapper is going to be equal to field hyphen group. Hit tab, paste the stuff back in, hit save, and let's take a photo. There we go. And that doesn't look like it's done anything. Field group, that's correct. In here, field group has a padding of 15 pixels. Why have you not got my padding, sir? Let's hit refresh over here and hopefully it's in. Let's quickly add in a couple of other things. So let's go input field and we're going to say display block width 100%. Oh, I know why it's not working. This is in the wrong bit. It's meant to be inside the post here, but I pull it inside of the post buttons. There we go. Now that looks a bit better. All right. Now, again, width 100%, margin 0, auto to center it. A height of 40 pixels. Box size sizing. Let's ignore that for now. Text indent of 15 pixels. An outline of none. And a border of 1 pixel solid and CCC. Now let's add this class to our input field here. Is that correct? Input field. Did we add a class to that? I don't think we did. Okay, so just before the feed model, we'll say class is equal to input field. Hit save. And there we go. So now it's underneath. It looks a bit better. It's bigger and easier to type stuff in. We can say peace sign, hit upload, and our image should be uploaded. Now, if we go back to our main area over here, and I think we need to refresh. There we go. We're right there. Awesome. So that has sorted us out nicely. Although that blur like fades into the white, which is cool, but not what we want, but it's cool. Right, so that is enough a bit of the app styled up. So we have in here our image section all styled up. That light is very bright. Let's fix that. Image stuff all bright. There we go. This stuff is styled up now. The label looks fine. Oh, maybe we can do something with the label. Let's do something with the label. Inside here, let's just quickly say label. Give it some space. We'll say color equal to an 888. Font size equal to 14 pixels. Font weight can be 300. Hit save. No, not font weight. Let's just remove that. Let's hit save. There we go. Little just small description to make it less noticeable. We know what it is, but less noticeable in case someone doesn't know what it is. All right, now let's focus on the last part, which is the grid, the user grid section. And we're going to focus, I guess everything else is really pretty much good. There's not much styling we can do with this, unless we had like follow buttons and stuff like that. But again, for now, we're not worrying about followers or anything. We're just focusing on the feed functionality of Instagram, the authentication and stuff like that. So inside of our register, login, post, feed, where are we? So we need to create a profile one. Oh, so yeah, let's go in our profile.view. Let's close these two. And we have the profile head, right? And I think this is pretty good. Except from maybe this doesn't make sense. We need to know what is this? What is Tyler Potts? What is it? Is it a driving school? Is it a piece of software? No, it's a name, and that is what we're adding in. Name, space, display name. There we go. So that is now in there, and I think that's. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not sure what else we can really do with this, but we might as well try. Let's create a profile.sas here. So in our images. Or in our pages, sorry, let's create a new file and we're going to say profile. I'm not even clicked in here. Profile.sas. And in here, we're going to have a .profile. We're going to say display flex. We're going to say flex direction column. Not sure why. Height calc 100 VH minus 80 pixels. And I've just realized we've already written this out again in our profile down here. We just want to copy this out. Cut that. Delete that. go into our profile, highlight, paste, save, and save in here. And that's not working because we need to go to our main and we need to import the profile page. So let's go in here and import profile.sass. There we go, looking pretty good, except from the head really, right? The head needs a bit extra styling. Let's add it in. Let's say background. We're gonna change it up. We're gonna make it a dark background. And the color is gonna be equal to FFF. Hit save. And there you go, that is the style. And also the whole profile needs a padding of 5 pixels. No, it don't. Not the whole thing, sorry. The posts need a padding of 5 pixels. So we'll say padding of 5 pixels. Hit save. And there we go. We've got this little border around the edge just to make so they're not touching the edge, because that really irritates me sometimes. And there we have it. So let's log out. So we have the basic styling for this. We probably should have kept the yellow theme the whole way through. Again, that's fine. That's something changeable. You guys can do this. I just want to give a quick shout out to Shadow, who is creating his own Instagram and sharing it with us in the Discord server. Again, the link is in the description if you want to join the Discord. It's looking awesome. Great job on that dude. He's done way more than I have as well. He's put in some following functionality, search functionalities to search for people and add new users. So he's doing a really great job with that, and I believe he said he was going to release the source code or do a video on it too. So I will feature that video in our Discord server for him once he creates it, if he creates it. I'm not sure if he said he was or not. But that would be awesome to see, even if it's just him showing us what it is and what's the difference. And then we could probably do a code review as well for him if he's up for that as well, which sounds awesome. So don't forget to jump into our Discord and come check that out. For now, everybody, I hope you enjoyed this video, because I really did. I hope you enjoyed the audio quality. I hope it's been a lot better. Let's hope it is, because I have tested this mic like 20 times today already before I even started recording, and I'm absolutely in love with it. Again, thank you, Matthew. Amazing support. Your Patreon really helped out, and then donating this has just completely blew my mind. Thank you very much. You're an MVP. Other than that, we're not going to be continuing on with the Instagram app anymore, because it's come to quite an end. There's not much more I can do with it except from add followers and stuff like that. But it's as simple as adding an array either to your account, or maybe you can have an account meta which says who you're friends with and who you're not. So an array inside the MongoDB, where you hit follow, it adds that person's user ID to your array, and then you could display just your friends inside here. And then in here you display like a grid-like system like this of images of other people have posted. And that is what Shadow's basically done, which I think is awesome. If you guys do want me to do more on this, I'm thinking about doing a Messenger app first. I'm thinking about doing something like Messenger. So I know I've already done a chat, but I want to focus on Firebase cross. So last time I believe we did it with Node. This time I want to focus on a Firebase solution of a full-on chat app using React or Vue, probably Vue, because we've already done a React cross Firebase. Let's do a Vue cross Firebase this time, unless you guys want to see React, and let me know. Other than that, guys, anyway, let's end this video. Thank you very much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. Leave a thumbs up if you did enjoy this video. Smash that like button if you want to see more, and obviously if you have any feedback at all, drop it in the comment section, or come and join us over at my Discord, which link is in the description. Mass shout out to all my patrons. The patrons will come up on the end of this so you can see the support they have given me, and thank you for watching, everybody. Peace out.
Always do it on my own, so I gotta get through it. And the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing. Never give up, never slow, till I finally prove it. Never listen to the no's, I just wanna keep moving. Keep my head up when I act, head up, that's a fact. Never looking back, I'ma keep myself on track. Keep my head up, staying strong, always moving on.